Yeah, is studying in Germany free? Like, is it really free? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so embarrassing just how long I've been away. I didn't plan to be away this long, y'all. Mm, just life sometimes. I don't even have an excuse, man. I just got caught up. Yes, hope you guys are fine. But if you follow me on Instagram, then I'm sure we were still rolling together, no? In the silence. I hope you guys do good. So today I want to talk about, you can see from my video, studying in Germany for free. Yeah, some of you may have read you may have heard from people that in Germany school is free. Yeah, like for Germans and international students, like tuition is free. You don't have to pay tuition at state school. So now I've come to like talk about that. I've come to, yeah, is studying in Germany free? Like, is it really free? Like, are universities in Germany free? Like, you don't pay school fees? That's what we're talking about today. Is it possible to study in Germany for free without paying school fees? Is our topic. So, yes, you can study in Germany without paying tuition if you study at a state university in the Federal Republic of Germany. In some states, in most states, except Baden-Württemberg, if my memory serves me right, you can study also, also, sorry, that's a German expression that's internal. If you're German or non-German, tuition in Germany is subsidized by taxpayers. That means taxpayers pay a huge part of tuition so that every person can access higher education without a boundary when it comes to money. That means you don't pay school fees like normal countries or like most countries, like, oh yeah, now you pay school fees. No, you don't. It's subsidized. So yes, you can study in Germany for free. But what exactly is free? There's nothing free, no? Yeah, that is true, but there's some other elements to consider. You don't pay nothing. Like, you don't pay school fees, but you pay a semester fee, which is really, like, honestly not expensive. At most 300 euros or 350 euros. Honestly, like 350 euros, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's less than a month's rent. So it's, you know what I mean, right? As in, it's almost nothing, to be honest. And you, even if you compare to most other countries or even Zambia or even Africa, the school fees are clearly, obviously, more than that. So a semester fee is basically a contribution you make to school, and you get a semester ticket, which is free transport. Like, when you pay the semester fee, you don't have to pay for transport. Yeah, and sometimes you get your health insurance subsidized. But then, how free is free? As in, yeah, now school in Germany is subsidized. Yeah, does that mean you can just like come, like, without a plan for money? Like, that's what we're talking about right now. That's not true. Because listen, and I want you to listen good. When they say that tuition is subsidized, like, you don't pay school fees, it doesn't. It's only school fees that you don't pay. Okay, meaning it's only for going to class, learning, whatever, yada yada, and giving you those things, class things that you don't pay, which you pay a semester fee for, but it's not equivalent to school fees because it's just really really low price. So you don't. That's the only thing that gets paid for. Your living does not get paid for. Hear me well. So tuition subsidized, but your transport, okay, is in your tuition fee, good. Your health insurance is not subsidized. The cost of your rent is not subsidized. The cost of anything else, your food, your living costs in general, are not subsidized. Okay? The only thing is going to class to learn and your transport in the semester. Everything else is not subsidized. That means you still need money, because it's not just about going to class. Like, where you gonna live, how you gonna pay your health insurance is compulsory for foreign students have health insurance. How you gonna eat? How you gonna do stuff? You know what I mean? Like how you gonna buy mafuta, lotion? So there's that to consider. And then at the end of everything, when you add the cost of living, it's high. It's not as high as the United States of America, but it's high. Especially if you're coming from Zambia, if you're coming from Africa, €1 is 25 kwacha. €1 is 25 kwacha. So that means when you calculate how much money you need, according to them, they say you need €850 as a student, €853 per month. Okay, that's what they say as standard. As an international student, you need €853 per month at least. But from my experience, it's a lie. Like you could live on less than that. Like you could live on less than that, really. But they say that as standard, you need €853 per month in Germany as an international student. So when you calculate €853 per month, or your living costs per month, and multiply that by 12 or by 6, because the semester is like 6 months, right? At the end of it, it's like you're still paying. Excuse me. You're still paying school if you're coming from Zambia, Africa, especially when you calculate in euros the cost of living per month and you multiply that by 6 months or by 1 year. Child, it's the same as you're paying school fees because it costs more than what it would cost back home by triple, double, more than double or triple because of the currency exchange and the weakness of the kwacha. So there's that to consider. Tuition is free, but living costs are not free, meaning at the end of it, it's the same as you are paying school fees if you're from abroad because of how much it costs to live here. So there's that fact. Yep. And then language, for example, like if you're coming here and you need to do language, like 99% of the cases, you need to 100% you need to do language first. Okay, if you've not done it in Zambia, there's even nowhere to do it. But if you're from Namibia, Uganda, yeah, okay, cool. But if you're from like countries like Zambia where there's no Goethe Institute, you have to come and do language from here. Like for the level needed for school, you need to come and do from here because there's no B1 in Zambia, there's no B2 unless you go to Namibia. You have to come here, right? And you come here with your A1 German and you come and do your language first before starting school. Now, because that's step one for studying here. Step one of studying here is language. And hear me well, language is not subsidized. That means that taxpayers do not pay for your language fees. That means that you have to pay for your language. So when you come here at first, in the first year, you're literally paying school fees times two, because living costs plus language fees, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap, especially if you're in cities like Hamburg, Frankfurt, the bigger cities. Language fees are not cheap, y'all. They can even be more expensive than rent or the same price as rent. Renting not one room, renting a whole apartment. So, y'all, there's these things to consider when you're thinking about money and when you're reading that school in Germany is free. So, yeah, this is what I want to talk about. So you could like analyze from my information, is that free to you or not? And how does it define your decisions and your possibilities of coming here? So yeah, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find my channel helpful or my information helpful, you're free to subscribe, you're free to share, and you're free to comment or email me or Instagram me on what you would like to see on my channel. For now, bye.